Hello everybody, my name is King Jacob Ichiha. You can just call me Jacob. And I'm back at it again on YouTube with another Kingdom Hearts guide. Today, we're going to learn how to defeat Data Roxas on critical mode. The strategy that I'm going to talk about can also be used in the other modes, Proud, Standard, and Beginning, because this is a strategy that I personally use and I think works very well. Before we start the fight, let's begin what you need to have. Now, you could honestly either have Ultimate Weapon as seen equipped, or Decisive Pumpkin for that extra combo boost damage. Personally, I would do Ultimate Weapon for you get your magic back awfully fast, and in critical mode, Data Roxas that is, does do a lot of damage. And it's kind of critical to have your magic replenish back pretty fast. So I would do Ultimate Weapon. You can run Decisive Pumpkin, it's completely up to you, but personally, I'm going with Ultimate Weapon. Now, what you're going to want customized for magic. As you can see, the most important two magic spells that I have for my little custom shortcut buttons are Curaga for square and Reflectiga, I can't pronounce that, I call it Reflectiga, excuse me. Reflega for X. And the reason why I have Curaga for square is because this is how I'm used to setting it up. I'm used to being able to pressing L1 and hitting square and healing myself instantly with Curaga, and then I'm used to having Reflega for X. And I would personally, if I were you, I'd run it this way as well, because it's really easy to remember. Reflega for X, you just L1, X, spam Reflega, block his attacks. And if you need heal, L1, square, Curaga. Bam, you're done. Heal. For abilities, alright, just to, let's go over. You're pretty much going to want pretty much every single ability equipped. However, you do not want Auto Valor, Auto Wisdom, Auto Master, Auto Final, or Auto Summon equipped. Those will not help you. The only dry form you can have during this fight is Auto Limit. So you want this equipped. And also, summons only work if you have teammates with you and you're fighting him alone. So summons will not work during this fight. Trinity Limit you could use. I wouldn't use it because he's fast and he can kind of counter out of it. Even if you're invincible, he could just still get away from it. Obviously, you're going to want to have all these abilities equipped: Glide level 3, Aerial Dodge level 3, Dodge Roll level 3, Quick Run level 3, and High Jump level 3. To be completely honest, Quick Run level 3 is a bit, you don't have to use it. I use it to get away from his combos if I'm too close. It's kind of useful, but at the same time, you could just substitute for Dodge Roll and not have this equipped at all. Of course, you're going to want Scan, Aerial Recovery, Combo Master, Combo Plus, Aerial Combo Plus, Combo Boost, Air Combo Boost, Reaction Boost, Finishing Plus. No negative combos, to be completely honest. Berserk Charge is not recommended at all. Damage Drive, Drive Boost, Form Boost, definitely. Form Boost, Summon Boost. I only have this equipped because I was spamming summons a while ago to unlock the final tournament for the Hades, for, you know, the Underworld or whatever. This doesn't really need it since you won't use summons, but I just have this equipped anyways. You don't need summon boost, to be completely honest. Experience boost, I'm level 99, so I don't need any XP. Leaf Bracer. Before I go any further, Leaf Bracer is a must. Necessary. This will save your ass. Magic Lock On. He's super resistant to thunder. No really need to have this on, but for other bosses, this is kind of useful. Draw. This is outside of the fight. I'm just going down the abilities, which you probably want to have. Item Boost is actually pretty good for this fight. If you're out of magic and you've got a couple elixirs to use, or maybe some high potions, have this on. This will help you, definitely. MP Rage. Definitely needed. Trust me, you're going to want this. Along with MP Haste and MP Hastera. Defenders definitely need it as well, and so has Damage Control. Second Chance once more, also extremely necessary as well for this fight. Now, about Roxas himself. He is extremely resistant to magic, so not even Reflega, which is the most broken magic spell in the whole game, will do massive amounts of damage to him. However, having Reflugga for your X button shortcut magic is necessary. It's easy to remember and it's reliable. Now that I went over what you need, what's needed, I'm gonna go over one more thing. Items. As you can see here, I'm out of elixirs. Mega potions aren't really that worth it, and I've got one mega elixir, and I don't feel like using those. I'm also kind of low on high potions and ethers as well. I run these because I don't feel like wasting elixirs on a simple, easy boss. Because my strategy that works on him is actually kind of easy. I have more ethers than I do high potions, because even though ultimate weapon makes your magic recharge like lightning fast, having 4 ethers can actually kind of help, to be completely honest. High potions as a backup if I run out of ethers and my magic is still somehow recharging. Other than that, we're really good. We're good. We're alright. Now, one more thing. If I do die during this guide, I will explain what I did wrong and what you should not do. Also, I will pause at various times to explain what can be done to counter some of his attacks. Let's begin. Skips cutscene. Alright. Wait for it. Alright. See that attack right there? It's kind of hard to see, but when he goes to cross his blades like that, you can either do 2 things. You could press square to normally block it, or you could do L1 Reflugga to block it like usual.
Take that! Back off! Defense!
Now, what I just did there, I did Reflugga at the beginning of his usual attack because it allows you to do extra damage and you can immediately start a combo afterwards. Also, I would recommend doing both your combo finishers. Here's why. When you do your first finisher, he doesn't counter. When you do your second finisher, he counters. Right after he counters, press L1, press X for Reflugga, hash Reflugga to block his attack and do even extra damage. If you're lucky, he'll get stunned again, start another combo. He might, however, counter in the middle of your next combo. If he does do that, try to get out of this as fast as you can, or just press Reflugga if you're feeling a bit cautious or wary. Okay, that was actually pretty good timing. I was not intending to do that. Also, when he does his finisher just like that, when he goes to dash at you, okay, that was my bad. When he goes to dash at you, alright, I gotta go real quick. Alright, so when he goes to dash at you, you can just, again, press square to block, or press L1, X, Reflugga to block that as well. Personally, I would just use Reflugga for the most of the fight because it does moderate damage and it does stun him and allows you to perform combos on him. It also drains his... Using Reflugga and using your combos will drain his HP pretty fast. Now, speaking kind of fast, excuse me. For the next part of this fight, the rest of the entire fight, every single attack he's going to use emits rays of light. This means you need to be more cautious and you need to be more wary. However, you can still play aggressively if you time your attacks just right. For this stage of the fight where he goes up into the middle of the battlefield and rises into the sky, what you really want to do is this. High jump, aerial dodge, and glide. And just glide around in a circle on the outside edges of the battlefield to keep from those hitting you, because trust me, you don't want those hitting you. Now, if you just noticed right there, he emits rays of lights every time he attacks. This means when he goes to do his aerial dive combo, or not combo, his aerial dive attack, his normal combo, and that attack as well. Every single attack he does from now on will always emit rays of light. Be careful. Just like that, rays of light. I forgot to mention, he will also perform that attack. It's like a buzzsaw kind of technique. He'll only do it twice if his health isn't low enough. If his health gets lower and lower, eventually, he'll start doing it more and more often. And eventually, that attack right there will perform into a full combo where he'll dash around you, I think 3 or 4 times, do that attack 3 or 4 times, then dash towards you again in midair, and then basically have his key blade swing all around him and knock you flying. Does massive amounts of damage. Be careful about that one. Let's spam this if you're far away from him, and you want to get out of this. Again, high jump, aerial dodge, glide. And stay on the outer edges of the battle, or on the outer edges of the battlefield, yeah. That's what I mean to say, excuse me. If you feel like you're about to get caught in this, if you're about to get... Alright, back up. If you feel like you're about to get caught in his little dive that he does in midair, you can always press L1 or Flugga if you have magic. Also, try not to get too close, because sometimes after he does his dive, he tends to do his normal combo.
This is it. This is it.
L1 or Flugga, just like that after 2 finishers. Alright, he'll go back to the middle of the map. Usual. Aerial, high jump, aerial dodge, glide. Just like that. So far, so good.
It's over.
Alright. Ooh, shit, ow. Okay.
Back off.
I don't want to do 2 finishers this time because it's really risky because I don't have a Flugga on me. Also, I'm not going to heal right now because when I'm really healing, I might get hit by one of those orbs. I forgot to mention something. Let's say you're in the middle of limit form when he goes to do that attack. Let's say you're at critical health and you have no magic when he goes to do that attack, and you really want to heal, but you don't want to stand there and waste an item. If you have a max drive gauge and he's about to do that attack, quickly go into limit form, or press triangle if your health is critical. Go into limit form, and then your health and magic will go back to full, and then immediately revert out. High jump, aerial dodge, and glide. If you need to heal desperately and he's about to do that attack and you don't want to use an item and stand there, you can go into limit form and revert back. You can go into limit form, get your health and magic back to full, because every time you go into drive form, your magic returns back to full, and so does your health. And then you can immediately return back to normal and just glide, or high jump, aerial dodge, and glide to get a boost. Just a bit of a reminder. Luckily, he hasn't done the whole steal the Keyblade technique. I actually wanted to show you how to do that. If he doesn't do it, then just... Oh my god. This is the whole thing I was talking about. The whole... Come on, Roxas, come on. This is the whole, you know... Alright, this is the thing I was waiting for, actually. Now, at this point, he's gonna want to steal your Keyblades. Or he's gonna want to do the whole, you know, slash through you cutscene. This is the whole part of the fight that I've been waiting for to tell you about. He can do this at the beginning of the fight, or he'll do this in the middle or end of the fight, depending on how it works and how it goes. Now, this requires timing. Now, as you can see, I'm continuously pausing and unpausing it because I'm not good at the timing on this. So I pause it, unpause it, pause it again until I get where it says the end. Just like that, and I do that. Now, at this point, he's going to send out rays of light that do pretty solid damage against you and can drop your health down to 0 really quickly. I'm at critical health and I don't feel like waiting for an item or magic to be used. I'm going to go into limit form. Be honest, during this whole part of the fight, using limit form is probably the best thing you can do. Because watch how fast his health drops as I spam last stand. Alright, he got his Keyblade back.
It's over. Back off. It's over.
A little bit of thing I wanted to mention. When you steal his Keyblades and you're in limit form, get close to him, L1, press triangle, last stand. It does so much amounts of damage to him. You can do Sonic Blade as well to get your health back up, because each one of limit form special attacks, like Sonic Blade, Last Stand, Ragnarok, or Infinity, it was originally Ragnarok, but they rechanged it to Infinity. Any of limit form special moves, like Last Stand, Strike Raid, Ragnarok, and Sonic Blade, get your health back as you hit them, as you hit your opponent. I would do Sonic Blade and spam that if your health is pretty low. If you're at full health and you just want to do massive amounts of damage, L1, triangle, last stand. Well, that was a pretty short guide, to be completely honest. Not once did I die. Not once did I made a few errors, but that's okay. I never said this was going to be a no damage, flawless, perfect guide. It wasn't. But yeah, that was pretty solid. That's how you beat Data Roxas using my strategy, dude, to be completely honest. You could do other strategies like play it safe or just spam limit form, but I don't like spamming limit form and I don't like playing it safe. I just play a bit aggressively. But anyways, that's how you beat Data Roxas using my strategy. I hope you enjoy.